How's it going? This is Tuesday Brew with me, Mr. Tyler Solzay, and Mark. How's it going, Mark? Mr. Loki Amos?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm saying your name wrong, aren't I? Loki Amos.
Loki Amos, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Also, we've got Ollie joining us today.
Hi guys, alright?
Not bad, mate, you?
Back
very well.
Popular demand?
Good.
Well, he demanded it.
Yeah. I want to come back on, let me on. Okay.
Yeah, we've just seen The Nun, so we're all terrified. Yeah, after our review, what we're going to be doing, Mark?
We will be having trailers and what you been up to. That's it, we don't do
that
reviews anymore.
That sounds...
I'm not even bothered fucking saying it anymore, let's just leave it as that.
Sounds really short, doesn't it?
Yeah. Maybe just make one up. This week we're going to be doing trailers, what you been up to, and some special little...
You can think of something by then.
Yeah, I think it's something. I think so. A game, no. I can't do games, that'd be fucking...
What computer games?
No, like quizzes or so, trivia.
Oh.
Fun game, I don't know.
What, for listeners?
Like Twister. Can you imagine?
Twister on a podcast, yeah.
Alright, Mark's going to put his hand on yellow.
Yeah. Okay, right, if you're ready, let's go. Okay guys, so The Nun. What did you think while you're eating that biscuit?
What, just first opinion?
Shall I let you eat that and go to Ollie? Go to Ollie. Go on, Ollie, what do you think?
Yeah, my opinion of horrors is pretty low, isn't it? So
I'm
like a negative hit to have on it. So yeah, I guess my expectations...
Okay, it wasn't a good film, was it?
No, it was not a good film.
Right, I guess.
It wasn't a good film. I guess I'm a pretty bad one to call on this because I haven't seen the series.
Right, it is a universe, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know how that...
The Conjuring.
Yeah, exactly.
Universe.
No. Conjuring.
Yeah. We are about this every week. He's right, but I can't,
am I right?
I'd have gone Conjuring.
Yes!
That doesn't mean I'm right.
Yeah, you two are just dicks.
We're just 2 against 1, so
I'm going to YouTube it. Where's that app you can download and you can just type it in and pronounce it for you?
I could just ask Alexa now. Shall I do that?
Yeah, go on, ask Alexa.
Hang on, I'll move my mic a little bit. Alexa, what's a film starring Taysa Farmiga? Fuck up, it's rubbish.
Just ask her.
Go on.
Alexa, who's in the film The Conjuring?
Yay!
Alright, that's that settled.
Alright, yeah. Okay.
God, she's going to be talking for ages.
A computer... No, what is that thing? What is it? Is that an AI kind of... What is Alexa?
I don't know, a home assistant voice thing.
So, this box thing agrees with you two.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah, because we're right. We were just schooled better, that's all.
But that's catered to the masses, so, you know.
Yeah. I think it's just Conjuring.
So, yeah, Ollie don't think it's good. I don't think it's good. What are you going to say?
I was disappointed.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was disappointed.
And you've seen the others, right?
I have. Obviously, the first Conjuring film is the best one. I'd tell you, I haven't seen Annabelle Creations yet.
I thought that was alright.
Yeah, I just felt like this was just...
Flat?
Yeah, the pacing was too slow, to start with, and then when it got in, it felt like everything was rushed at the end.
It felt predictable to me.
Yeah, it felt like a typical horror.
Don't get me wrong, I jumped at a few bits, alright?
Yeah.
Like in the woods, I knew it was going to happen. I knew the body was going to drop. Sorry, that's a bit of a spoiler, but I knew something was going to happen, and when it did happen, I jumped because you weren't sure when it was coming. But as you say, very predictable. Certain things like the little ding 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 ding.
Yes,
ding.
yeah, the bells.
Yeah, that's in the trailer. The bells on the graves.
Yeah, so that was predictable.
I think they let themselves down. Like the biggest jump is what you see in the trailer. I think is where she's been trailed by the nun, and the nun comes from the side. Yeah, and that gets you in the trailer, and it got me that. Even though I knew it was coming, it still got me again. But this should not have put that in the trailer. I don't know.
No, I assumed that was not going to be in the film because a lot of trailers are like, well, we'll make a trailer and then do something else. They should have done something else. Freaked us out even more. Come from the other side.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or something, grab her from the top.
Because I knew that was going to happen, that bit from the trailer. I just looked around the cinema, waiting for it to happen, and it's like a ripple effect.
Was it?
Everyone sort of went, like a little really tiny Mexican wave.
Oh, cool.
I think we find that there was a lot of people there, you could hear them go, oh shit, man.
Oh mate,
oh shit, oh fuck.
There was some talking, fucking cinema, man. I hate cinema.
That's so funny. Like that alleviated the sort of jumping is for me. I mean, I had a couple next to me, and then the girl was sort of chatting all the time. I think people do it for nerves and stuff as well. Like, what's coming?
Yeah.
So straight away, you're taken out of the film, if you know what I mean. And,
yeah.
But then there's that couple behind us. They
fuck
kept chatting away, and I was doing like the British. Well, for you doing the same sort of British thing as well, of like just looking around, thinking, hope th'd noticed me looking around.
Can you see me over here?
And I looked at Ad, and Ad looked at me and went, "Hey, shut the fuck up."
Do you know what?
I've never been more like proud and sort of horrified.
I give you a due for doing that, alright?
I do it every time.
Yeah, no, but once I was in a cinema, and I don't think it was with you or with the wife, and basically this bloke said to someone in front, "Mate, can you stop? And why have you brought your kid to this adult film?" Alright? And the bloke just turned around and had a go at him. And he's like, "Whatever, mate, you shouldn't bring your kid."
I was with you.
Yeah, and then we walked out and they're fighting outside.
No.
Fighting, punching.
With a little baby in a carrier. And we stood around until security came, just because we thought this kid's going to get kicked in a minute. But yeah, that's ridiculous.
So that's why
talking in cinema is not necessary, man.
You said there was people chatting next to you, like nervous chatting. That's fine. These people behind are having a full volume conversation.
Yeah.
And I don't recommend people shout.
They weren't even in English. I couldn't understand and join in. It could have been something interesting.
Yeah.
Could have been like, do you know that actress? She was in this film, blah blah blah. But it weren't. It was just like, I'm not going to bother.
It might have been just in French.
Yeah. Was it French they're speaking?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not very good at French.
Anyway, this film, right? Just a bit of synopsis. It's in Romania, 1950s. It's part of this Conjuring universe.
Yeah.
And
can I say, do you think the beginning, the first bit that started, I was like, this is starting like a trailer?
Yeah.
I thought this feels like a trailer. Why is it starting like this? And
I've already forgotten. Remind me.
It's like a prologue.
Yeah, it's basically the people from the Conjuring universe, and they're talking about the nun and where'd you go, where had visions of you dying and stuff like that. And then it went into the film, into the 1950s, 1952.
So when they made the Conjuring, they didn't know this was going to be a universe.
Yeah.
So they're proper retconning shit in to make it all join up, right?
Yeah, so I don't think you need to, because people know what it's about. People who are fans of the Conjuring films know who the nun is, and so they don't really need to add in these little bits. They're for people who've not seen it. Which
can I just say, the nun?
Yeah. But did you feel like you needed to see that bit at the beginning before seeing the Romanian nun bit at the beginning?
It gave me a little bit of context, but I suppose I could have done without it. It didn't, not like it. I would have been lost.
I don't think you would have missed it.
No, you're right. I wouldn't have missed it if it hadn't been there. Yeah, but I've totally forgot about it. So it can't have been that useful. Anyway,
it was a scary film.
It was, you say,
and it was creepy. Yeah, some of the payoffs, some of the jumps didn't really pay off for me.
Do you know?
But I just hate all that Catholic nun convent. I mean, I had a lot of lessons when I was little in a convent. Some of them hallways are just exactly the same.
The set design and the locations are great. All right. I look at everything that looks proper creepy.
Do you know what? There was a lot of smoke machine.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I know some forests are like that naturally, right? But I was thinking, turn the smoke machine down. It's not a fucking thriller video.
Exactly what it was. Yeah. When she was in the graveyard bit,
made it look cheaper, didn't it?
Yeah.
There was a couple of things that kind of throw me off a little bit. Like, I don't really want to get into spoilers straight away, but
can you talk generally about performances were good?
There's just bits that were thrown into the film that I just thought kind of took me out of that atmosphere of the film, of the horror elements.
It was very bitty, wasn't it? It was this scene, disjointed. It fit from one to the other. And I think it kind of.
There's a couple of scenes that were thrown in. There was the quick close-up shots that you get from a lot of like Tarantino films. Where the camera goes to your face and it just zooms in really fast and you get a reaction.
There was a couple of them, yeah.
We didn't get many, but to me, I just felt like they didn't need to be there. They kind of throw you out of this scene.
Okay. Because that was very different than the rest of the filming.
Yeah. So you get a few of those, and there's a couple of bits I'll talk about in spoilers, but I was just like, I don't know. And I really, really wanted this to be proper scaring, creepy fuck. And it was creepy in places. The music worked in some places, and then sometimes it didn't, and sometimes it felt like it was overkill to me.
Yeah, we've seen Hereditary though, haven't we?
Yeah.
Which was a proper decent indie horror, wasn't it?
I think that's what I imagined.
Have you seen Hereditary?
No, but that's the kind of thing that would shit me up. I think.
It's creepy.
Yeah, from what you've told me and what I've seen in little bits here and there, and that's what I imagined this could be like, suspenseful. But I don't think. I think it probably fell well short.
Yeah.
But for me, I think horrors as a whole, I'm not a massive fan of horrors. Is they're pretty one-dimensional to a degree. You know, any other genre can make you feel various emotions, right?
Yeah.
Horror is pretty much fear and maybe a little bit of comedy to alleviate tension in certain places, but that's pretty much it. So if it doesn't hit the mark, then you're not going to buy into it.
No,
you know?
I agree. That is most of what horror is. Yeah. There are some brilliant horrors which have all the emotion in.
I'm sure there are,
and great characters and a story you care about. I didn't care about this story.
I'll sit there and think.
I'm not generalising, but I think it's to be good. They've got to be really good. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. If horror's going to work, it has to.
I think it needs not to be predictable. If it's predictable, straight away you're kind of losing that feeling. You know.
When you're just trying to hit the fear button every time, it's difficult not to be.
I feel like they're trying to make you jump too often. You know, instead of building suspense up and then all of a sudden bang when you're not expecting
they were way more predictable than I thought.
What it felt like to me was like one of those videos you get on Facebook where you're watching it and then suddenly a fucking face will jump up at the screen. Yeah, that's what this felt like to me.
Yeah.
This film.
Yeah, a couple of them worked and a couple of them didn't. I was like, it could have been better. I was watching that thinking of what horror films that scared the shit out of me so far this year. And first things that pop in my head are Quiet Place and Ghost Stories. All right, I don't know if you've seen Quiet Place.
Yeah.
And what was good?
I don't feel that Quiet Place. It is a horror film, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I don't think of it as that.
No.
But I'm talking about more like the jump
Sci-fi.
scares. All right, think about the jump scares. Like because there was no music and tension building up to that scene.
Yeah.
For instance, when he's it's going to be a spoiler, but when he's running through the cornfields as a young boy, and he runs into the tractor.
Yeah.
And he's under there, and later on his sister comes past and he puts his hand and grab.
Yeah.
When I first saw it, I fucking shit myself. Because
definitely jump at that.
Yeah, you didn't expect that to happen.
There's no warning.
Yeah.
Okay, we had warnings in the music in this film.
Yeah.
So you knew it was coming.
And you're like, oh shit, something's happening.
You didn't know the exact second it was coming, but you knew it was coming, what I liked about it was the girl in it, Sister Irene, the main character.
Yeah.
I thought she looks really like she plays the younger version.
Yeah, that's why I was got a
Vera,
name up.
Vera Farmiga. Yeah, it's her daughter, right?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Taysa, I think you say it.
So is she supposed to be?
She's the same character,
yeah. So she.
I thought they cast that well. She looks just like the older version. Yeah, well done. That was the best part.
She was quite a decent actress, I thought. Yeah, she played it quite well.
I think they're all quite good.
Yeah. I think the script didn't help some of them. Nah. I mean. Yeah, we'll get into that probably a bit later. But
I have to say, I'm looking at him right now on the screen.
Yeah,
Father Burke, when he as a
priest, great voice. Yeah, for a priest. But Antonio Banderas' voice, right?
It
sounds exactly the same.
Really gravelly. Yeah.
Yeah. No, go on, mate.
I think he looks more gangstery type than a fucking father.
Because of the dark, slick back hair.
Yeah, gotta go and find her.
I thought,
fucking dead nun. You know.
Was he a Cockney? I don't remember.
No, he's not a Cockney. But I'm saying
Ray Winston.
He's raggedy, not raggedy. He's like rough kind of exterior.
Should be clean shaven if you're a priest.
Shadow.
Yeah.
He was a bit of a Van Helsing character.
Yeah, his little suit on, proper bulked out.
Father Burke, he was the guy the Vatican send out to investigate stuff.
Yeah, he's a miracle hunter, isn't he?
That's right.
But he didn't really do much, did he? No. I didn't look at him and go, you're, because it's mainly her.
But what do you want him to do?
He had some backstory.
Yeah, but he got kind of locked out for a while, and then he came back.
I love it when it goes back to him, and he's in exactly the same position. You're thinking, what's he been doing all this time?
For like 20 minutes.
But this
just gonna stare at this door.
It was almost Scary Movie how fucking stupid these characters are.
Mate,
obviously don't follow that. Obviously don't go up there.
This is my other problem with horrors. So that was my first. Second one is you don't empathise with the characters because they're thick as shit.
Yeah.
They've been through all this fucking horrific, scary, terrifying ordeals, and then they.
Oh mate, I'll give you one in a minute.
Let's all split up in this fucking in the catacombs where
about 5 times.
You know what I mean? What the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Therefore, I don't care about you now. You're a fucking idiot. If you die, you die.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. There's one bit where this guy. It's not really spoilers. There's a dead nun, and he goes and he said, "Oh, she wasn't in that position when I left her."
Yeah.
There's this corpse of a nun sat up.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be freaking, and that Father Burke goes, well, sometimes bodies can move. There's weird shit because we've just had a flashback of all
body
this
can
fucking...
move, but it can't sit itself fucking up.
He knows that, all the fucking freaky shit because he's done exorcisms. So why is he making an excuse like, sometimes I can sit up?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Just before
you
that,
obviously know it's a fucking wrong un. Do you know what I mean?
Before that scene,
go on.
They're outside the door and Frenchie goes,
But can I make Frenchie?
Oh, yeah.
What sort of fucking name is that for a horror film?
I think that kind of ruins his character because they're trying to make a bit of a.
He's the comedy.
But that's the kind of film. We talk about horror and comedy, all right? Sometimes can work. But I don't think in this kind of film it shouldn't be there. No. It's supposed to be that kind of dark, fucking tense.
This is what we're talking about the sort of Predator last week, weren't we? I was moaning about a bit too much cheesy one-liners and that. Don't put it in a horror. That's even worse.
Yeah.
The comedy should be used like really subtly or really unexpectedly, just to suddenly go, oh, phew, and just alleviate, and then maybe put you at ease, and then fucking hit you again with something scary again.
To his defense, some of it was alright. But it didn't help having everyone laugh in the cinema after. Because then you're like, this is a horror film. I will laugh. Yeah. I know what you mean.
What I was going to say was just before they went into the delivery office, he's like, after you, Father. And Father's like...
Where the dead nun was.
No, after you. Like, he's scared. Like, you go first, I'll go after you. But then as soon as he gets in, he's like, I'll go check the body out. I'm going to walk out. I don't know why I'm doing the actions, but he walks over and he's like, breaks her finger, pulls it out, like, don't give a fuck. But 2 minutes before, he didn't want to go in first.
Yeah.
He's all over the place really like that, wasn't it?
Overall, though, it was more old school horror. There was nothing new. That was my problem. I think you both agree, didn't you?
Yeah. Do you think they try... Because obviously all the publicity before, they were pushing all these and showing some really scary bits and making people go, shit, we've got to get in.
Yeah.
Do you think they do that because they kind of know the film wasn't as strong as they was hoping it to be?
Yeah, I think definitely putting that scare that we spoke about earlier in the trailer.
Yeah.
Like, this is the best thing we got in a film. The best scare we got. We've got to put this in to get people in.
It was the best jump, wasn't it?
That was it, yeah.
Because you know what the nun looks like, don't you?
Yeah.
So it's... And I'll tell you what, having a nun as a sort of horror character is good because of the shape of a nun.
Yeah.
You keep seeing it all over the place.
Yeah.
Don't you, like in Shadows?
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
I
will. Now from now on, I'm walking around seeing nuns.
I think can't talk any more about it unless
you should do spoilers then.
Spoilers, yeah.
Okay, yeah, spoilers from now. At the end, it sort of tied it into the first Conjuring film.
Yeah.
Which Olly hasn't seen. You've seen it.
Yeah.
I think that was a bit forced, don't you?
Yeah, it's a bit like what we said at the beginning. It didn't have to be there.
So the guy, this French-Canadian guy, the comic relief, he survives the film. And then there's a shot, I think it's one of the first scenes in The Conjuring, where he's talking about an exorcism, and it's that same character with a cross under his skin.
Yeah.
Did they rehire the same actor? I don't know.
I reckon they might have just reshot that video scene.
Yeah, I think they did.
Just a bit of green screen or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
so they did it like they all planned, but they obviously weren't planned to go together, were they?
No. It's but as you say, they're just linking everything, but it doesn't. When they first started coming out, I don't think they were. It was just because it was the same kind of director and stuff, and then they started writing little backstories coming off The Conjuring. It
went massive, didn't it? It was a low budget film. It had a shit ton of money, a bit like Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, and then they were like, we can make money out of this. Let's do The Nun.
We had a doll in the box. Let's do a couple of films about that.
Yeah. Well, certain things was this based off true events? Because I know The Conjuring was the same with Annabelle. Because have you ever seen a real Annabelle doll? It's in a box and it says "Do never open."
Oh, it's real.
It's a real like, doll. It looks shit, but
those are the investigators. Patrick, what's his name? Yeah. Vera Farmiga. I want to say Farmiga. They were real people, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were investigators.
Because they'd done the Enfield one as well.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But obviously it's been dramatised.
Should we do that? Olly hadn't seen them, but this was not the best film in that universe, was it?
No.
Do you think Conjuring?
The first one's the best one.
Was the best.
Yeah.
I thought Annabelle Creation was alright.
Yeah, I haven't seen that, so I can't even say what I thought.
But again, you know what the doll looks like.
Yeah.
The jump scares are hard, so they go somewhere else with it in that film. They didn't go anywhere else with this film. We know what the nun looks like, and they referenced this book, didn't they? It can take the form of anything else, right? So I was thinking, well, this is going to be good.
I thought
there's going to be big fucking winged monsters. Yeah, be like that. Yeah, but they didn't. They had the kid with the snake coming out of his mouth,
which
obviously there's a snake because it's a Catholic nun story.
That wasn't scary, was it?
Christianity.
Let's get the snake. I think what was scary when you started to hate when kids are possessed and start talking in that. Adult voice. And when he started saying, "Why didn't you save me?"
Yeah,
that was a bit freaky. Could have gone with that a bit more.
Yeah.
Then the snake comes out of the mouth and it becomes a different.
Yeah.
I'd like to know what kind of films the director watched or referenced before making this, because that little boy reminds me a lot of the kid out of Devil's Backbone.
Okay.
Del Toro's film.
Yes.
One of his Spanish films from years ago, and that reminds me of him a lot when you see him his little dark eyes, running around the fucking
scampering around.
He
went. That's a little scampering behind.
You know,
that was not nice.
It was creepy. Yeah, the little bare feet on paving. Oh yeah,
that sound is horrible.
Yeah. And a lot of slow motion sort of nuns.
I think you're just missing them. I think you're going to lose if you're trying to get your scares from scary monsters nowadays, because you're so desensitized. Like when the nuns were coming to life like a zombie, so much zombie stuff out nowadays. You know what I mean? People, it's not everyone's desensitized to that kind of stuff with Walking Dead and whatnot, and all the zombie films.
And any tension you build up is just broken all the way throughout the film. It's like tense broken. Yeah. And then things like Hereditary, it's tense all the time. It build up.
It's weird because there will be people who love this fucking film and hate Hereditary. And we're the opposite. You know, I can't wait for it to come out to get Hereditary to watch it again. I know the wife won't watch it with me, but I'll try my best.
Why don't you watch it with her?
She hates horrors.
She doesn't like horrors
because it's not real.
Right, we got my brother's the same. Right, we've talked about this before. None of them are real. What, does she only watch documentaries?
No, comedies.
Okay, they're not real.
Even they're not real because no one's never that funny all the time.
Apart from Olly.
Yeah. But do you know what my wife said to me? She said to me after listening to the last episode, "Don't buy me the fucking Bill box set." You know, I want to watch that. I was like, all right, I'm only joking.
Bit of tosh.
Yeah.
That. One for the old school.
Yeah. Casually.
And the other thing.
Sorry, mate, I cut off your point a while ago. Carry on.
Me. No, that was my point. But other things like the which they nearly got right was the clicking noise of the nuns when they were sort of going.
Oh, mate.
You physically, you moved in your seat with the sort of broken bones.
Yeah, but then I think
they overdid it.
They didn't. I think they nearly got it. I thought what they're going to do, which is getting a bit freaky, is when she's in her room and she wakes up and then there's the nun praying.
Nun on the floor.
And then the rosary beads start going and that noise was going. I thought the fingers were going to start bending, going all different angles and stuff like that. They didn't. I thought that would have been. You start seeing that
like Exorcist kind of style. Where she starts twisting her body.
Because
then they just do it with the faceless nuns, cracking, but then it goes. It's almost too much.
Yeah,
and there's no jerky movements to sort of go along with it.
No, that's something that was done better in Annabelle Creation. They did the whole broken. There's
horrible.
A scene in Annabelle Creation where this guy's holding up a cross.
Yeah.
And then the cross sort of bends, and then this demon, all his fingers break backwards. Oh, it's freaky.
Oh, yes, yes.
But they did the crackling nun, pork scratching nun. But then they did, let's have 20 of them all cracking.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? They just took things too far.
Then it turns into like fucking the skeletons out of Jason the Argonaut or something, you know? It's not, it's kind of not the same.
I kept thinking of like a fucking Freddie Mercury music video, Queen music video, when they're all like in the darkness and all like...
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Mamma mia, mamma mia.
Yeah, it is a bit like... But that same scene, you got the nun on the floor crackling.
Yeah.
And then she drops the rosary beads and one rolls over.
Yeah.
Don't bend down and pick that up.
No, oh my God.
You just kick it away.
There were so many, they had slow pan off and then back into frame.
Yes.
They did it so many times. And I thought they've done it to death, right?
Yeah.
Do you know, there's certain things I couldn't help picture. Certain scenes when they're filming is like when Father Burke was going, years ago when I'd done this, that first started talking about a boy, and he walks through the door and the door slams in. He's like steps in like a superhero, and I just kept thinking of Step Brothers. You know when at the end he's like the
lumberjack.
I couldn't stop thinking about that through the whole scene. He just steps in. He's like, "I'm here to depossess you, son. Don't worry." And he kept doing little things like that, and like when Frenchie,
we had no history of that kid, so obviously it automatically didn't give a shit about him either. Yeah.
And then I think it was just they had to put that in to kind of play with his demons because obviously he didn't save the kid, did he?
Yeah.
But also
sorry.
No, that's right. I was just gonna say also with Frenchie, when Frenchie hits the thing, it's like like he's a superhero, like he's just saved the day. Don't do that. You're just taking the tone away. Yeah. Keep it fucking tense.
There were some cheesy lines.
Oh man, I tell you that it could have been the best film in the world, but when he fucking came out, French Canadian. Yeah. Where he goes, when the nun gets him up, says, "Time to die, Frenchman," or whatever it was. He said, "French Canadian."
Yeah, Jesus.
Like, fuck off.
You know.
Yeah.
But even when he came
I'll
in,
put you back down.
You know, he came back and he saved the Father Burke. He goes, "Hi, Father. I thought you could have some. I thought you'd give you a hand." There's such just really weird, cheesy lines. Like he's an action hero all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Mate, we're slate in this film. You got to say something good about it.
No, I got before we say anything good. Also,
okay, one more bad thing.
Right.
We have to say something good.
Yeah, it's when they're running through the woods. All right. I like wood scenes because you never know what's there. You know, you can put things
Trees?
hidden.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hidden behind a tree. You can hide things behind trees and stuff, and put things pop out and cross over and shit like that. But when they're running, he kept falling over. I was like, I'm so glad you got a fucking battery operated light, because it never moved. It always kept the same kind of tone for the men. But when the woman went out, she had a proper lamp. Okay. But the blokes didn't. They had
sexism in this film?
Maybe the blokes just kept putting them out, and they're like, fuck's sake, just give them some fake ones.
Amazing.
But that silly thing, I know it's silly, but little things like that just takes it away from me, because I'm just looking at his lamp going, a real flame would flicker and move around.
Okay.
Even if it's got frosted glass.
Mate, you thought I was obsessive about that futuristic car last week, and you're talking that flame didn't sit quite right with me. Yeah. No, but the forest scenes were creepy. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where one of the biggest jump for me was when the body
drops down.
Yeah. Falls on top of him, and that made me jump because I knew it was coming, but I just didn't know when.
Yeah.
I was like, it's going to be any second, and because you're waiting, you're like that. It's going to be any second. All of a sudden, it's like, you're like, fuck.
Yeah, I guess it's just it's personal taste, isn't it? I mean, for me, like again, that body fell down, lands on him, and starts going like a zombie. And then straight away you're not scared anymore. No. If it just done something, I don't know, just stared and not done anything, or just smile, that creepy smile, and no noise at all. That would personally freak the fuck out of me.
The scene, in the scene where they just did that little catch-up scene with the nuns in the hallway. Mummy, who's that? The daughter. Who's that? It's just a nun standing there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That whole scene in that film was creepier than this whole film. But again, it's called The Nun. That's what it is. It's a nun. It's never anything different. Yeah. They went back in time to like the Knights Templar when the castle was built. There was some freaky shit character coming out the floor covered in blood. I thought, that's good. Go back to that. Never saw him again.
That's right, yeah. Like emerging from the goo and from hell, yeah.
So everything was a nun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then you certainly got your fill of the nun at the end, didn't you? Like,
oh Jesus,
the final battle scenes and stuff.
There's only so many times she can just open her mouth and do that face.
I just kept thinking, why is the nun just teasing for so long? She just teases him so much. All the time, yeah. I was like, just get over and done with. This film could be like 50 minutes long, Yeah. But it's
and if you're thrown like 30 foot into a brick wall, you're dead, right?
They'll get up.
Nuns getting thrown against walls, getting up.
I fall over a fucking curb at work, and I'm like,
6 weeks paid
Yeah. Can we say that Frenchie does a sort of a French kiss at the end? Saves her life. Yeah. Kiss of life.
Oh, that was not a French kiss. He didn't speak like French, did he? Well, I don't know.
That was quite good,
Yeah.
Good for a Russian accent.
All right. Good things. I thought when some of them, the special effects like the nun, when she was like at the end, she looked creepy. The woman who plays her, Bonnie Aarons. She's got that kind of.
She's got a great
figure,
face.
Yeah, a face, body structure,
angular face.
Fuck's sake, body structure. Yeah, a facial structure that's really good and it works really well. Putting all the dark under her eyes, she looks proper creepy.
Yeah,
I really like.
Do you know? While you talk, I'm going to click on her because I've definitely seen her in something else.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of missed opportunities in this film. I think that's it was. Yeah, it feels like lots of bits put together and could have been. They could have made it a lot better, a lot scarier, but a lot of near misses, I suppose.
And come from someone who's not a massive horror fan. I'm not a massive horror fan, but over the last year or so, I've getting a bit more into them. Coming from you, obviously not. I think they just try to concentrate too much on the jump scare themselves and not the rest of it.
Yeah, you can't call this film anything else but a horror. Yeah. Most horrors I like, they're either it's more of a sci-fi. Oh, it's more of a thriller. Or it's more of something else. It's more of a family drama. They're the ones that I like.
Yeah.
This was straight down the middle horror. Go and get scared, but you won't be scared at the end.
No, I don't think so.
The end ruined it because it was far too much nun, and you're not scared of it.
But do you agree with what I was saying? Like it was dragged out at the beginning. You saw the nun commit suicide or sacrifice.
Yeah.
Herself,
which we knew. That was a big revelation. Oh, she didn't commit suicide. She sacrificed herself. We knew that, right?
Yeah, because we saw what she had to do to stop the.
Yeah, and also it's in every other film. People kill themselves to not get possessed.
Yeah, so she does that, and then you then it's really dragged out. Then they go to the Vatican, and then the priest has to go down and get that girl and say, "We've got to go to Romania. Come with me." And blah blah. Well, he goes to England, doesn't he? So he's gone from the Vatican in Italy to England, then
London,
back to Romania. And all this, you're watching all this, and then they get in there, and then they start speaking to the thing, and they're going to come back the next day.
Yeah,
for fuck's sake.
Can't talk to you now, come back.
Yeah, come on, just get into it. And then when it gets into it, it's just like, quick, nun, scary, jump, done.
And then just quickly link it to the other films, and then done,
Yeah. I reckon that the producers said you have to link this. You know, we need it linked.
We need a Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah. Do you think there's not going to be any more? Surely
there will be. Yeah,
more.
Will there?
Definitely.
I think
for what? From
if it's tanks, maybe they won't. But they don't.
I don't think it will tank. I think people are going to go and see it because of the other films.
They don't cost nothing to make these films, really.
So it's the next one that might suffer then, because this one will have done well, because people are going to go.
But it depends what they do. I reckon it depends what they do. If they turn around and go, we're going to make, because they're doing an Annabelle 3.
Okay. Again, same doll.
Yeah, but then if they do the Conjuring, because the Conjuring.
Conjuring.
God, fuck's sake! Alright, there's the 1 and 2. Even though it's the same couple in the film, they're completely different stories. You know, they're about possessions.
I think they'll have the couple in again.
Yeah, they need that because I think that's where they were good, because it was just like a different episode in a sense. You know,
based on a real couple, so you could kind of relate to it. Yeah.
So, and I'm sure there's going to be other stories, because there was other stories.
They had a room full of shit. They had Annabelle in a box.
Yeah.
They had all this other crap, didn't they?
Do you actually care about those characters a little bit? The ones you're talking about?
Yeah. I think you do. Yeah. I think
the
couple,
husband and wife. Yeah. They're good. Yes. He's a great actor and she's great.
Yeah. I remember I researched. I can't remember what they were. I didn't research, but I kind of looked into it, the cases, and there's like another 4 or 5, so they could probably pick other cases that they can use.
Okay,
mate. There was one really good. I can't remember what it's called. I'll think of it.
She's a great actress. I think she's got an award. She's in. Do you watch Bates Motel? I haven't seen it.
I saw the first season.
It's like a prequel to Alfred.
She's the mother.
Yeah. She's really good in that.
Yeah, she's good.
Someone else, that Bonnie Aarons, you know, the freaky nun, played the nun. Do you remember Shallow Hal?
Yeah.
With Jack Black.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's someone who's beautiful but actually ugly because he sees them for what they are.
Oh yeah.
She plays the ugly bird in that. So she's a bit typecast, isn't she?
Yeah. How do you feel about that
I don't know. She makes a lot of money out of it, I suppose.
Yeah, making money.
If you look a bit different, go for it.
I always wonder how they hire people like that. You know, like when they get like an ugly woman in a film, they're like, well, we need an ugly woman.
Or an ugly man.
Ugly man. Yeah, not sorry. Yeah, I don't mean it's because we're talking about women. But
I thought this the other day. You know, Preacher. I don't want to spoil the series for you, but you've got someone who plays the ancestor of Jesus Christ. You know the character, Olly?
No,
he looks so fucking gormless and wrong. But you look at his head shots. He looks alright. So they get a freaky looking bloke and then make him uglier. Like they get a fat guy and make him fatter. You know what I mean? Well, I'm going to do some thumbs for this film, unless you've got anything else to say. I'm going to give it a thumbs down, just because it let me down.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. Thumbs down.
I didn't hate it, but you know,
1 thumb down for me, not 2, but 1.
I was not looking forward to it because I thought it was going to shit me up, and it didn't.
Yeah, one down for me.
Yeah,
it's a shame, and there will be people that really enjoy it.
Yeah,
and but yeah. Check it out. Give your own opinion. If you enjoyed it and you got a valid reason, let us know. Just choose a broadcast.
And if people are talking in your cinema, don't shout at them like I did, because you know not everyone's nice.
Yeah, might get beaten up.
Yeah, I don't care, but you know, could have been a psychopath, couldn't he? Let's do some trailers, right?
Yeah.
See you in a bit. Okay, trailers, guys.
Yep.
This week, do you want to do Assassination Nation first?
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
That is good.
Yeah.
This is not my kind of film.
It's
Crazy,
not, but it is.
Shit.
Yeah. I thought it was your sort of film.
Yeah. Violence. Unnecessary violence.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it looks totally new to anything
I've
seen, really, yeah.
I did think when I first saw it, like when it was going...
the teaser trailer.
Yeah. I didn't really think, this is going to be really good, but then seeing the latest trailer, I thought this was mad.
Yeah.
It makes you want to watch it, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's got that kind of Purge kind of feel to it a little bit. I think it says something about from the makers or the producers of the Purge anyway. So
well, I think we're very distant from the Purge. You know, it's very future sort of times. This seems like it could happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
Especially in America. It's about people get hacked, didn't they? Some hacker, and they let a load of stuff you say behind people's back.
Everyone's browser history, mate, and all the dodgy stuff they've been looking at, possibly sending anything private. It's all out there, right?
So people that say stuff behind other people's back, if they found out, they'd be fucking livid.
Yeah.
And this is it's like evidence, isn't it? And this is America, so everyone's fucking tooled up. They've got guns, knives, and you can imagine like a community that's already been ruined by social media because there's no real community left, like proper community. It's all online and it's all unleashed. Everyone's armed, and it looks mental.
And you get these kind of groups of children or teenagers who always got to prove or get revenge or prove their point. Like, that got leaked, so we better fucking teach them a lesson. Saying shit.
Everyone's messed up as a teenager anyway. So you throw all this shit into the mix, and then it's a real.
They've got a thing, haven't they, where your internet should be deleted, like history, before you're 18 or something like that, isn't it? Because you do crazy stuff when you're young.
What do you reckon? What sort of path is it going to go down? Do you think the light sort of comedic kind of? Do you know what I mean? Is it going to take a comedic element? Or do you think it's going to be dark?
I think it's going to be dark. I just like the aesthetic as well, like the black cheerleader outfits.
Yeah.
The lighting. I think it's like they mentioned it's like almost old versus young. I don't know if that's what it's going to be, but there's some people, like the kids, have accepted that privacy's dead, and other older people are just hanging on to it, thinking they can get away with it.
Do you think that when people are going to see this at cinema, the older people are going to really enjoy it because they're like, "This, we knew this would happen," and younger people are like, "That ain't right. That would never happen. We'd never get hacked."
I don't know who'd like it more. Yeah. I don't think older than us would like it. No. I don't think they'll understand it.
Yeah. I can't imagine my mum and dad.
No, I think the young generation, they're so much more self-aware nowadays. You're exposed to so much more shit now that you can't be.
I think
nothing's a taboo almost, is it?
Our generation's a little bit dumb. I think when we thought everything was private, because it's not, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even now with the recent them hearings they had with Zuckerberg, didn't they?
Yeah.
About all that information he's flogged.
Oh yeah.
Anything you put online is, susceptible.
Do you reckon it's trying to put out a message as well along with that and the gun? You think it's going to be one of those kind of things? Like
here we go.
Warning.
Political.
Yeah.
I think a lot of cinema makers, filmmakers do that. They always try to put message in their films.
Well, you mentioned that you did your Purge review when I was away, didn't you? The Purge was the original Purge. I can't remember what it was called. First Purge.
Yes.
First.
And Purge. It was just anti-Trump film, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I hope it's not going to be that. I just hope it's just like quite realistic. What would happen if that happened in real life?
Yeah.
It looks good. Doesn't it? I try to want to watch it. So
yeah.
Yeah, it looks good, definitely.
Will it be one we see, one we review?
Yeah, I do think so.
Yeah, so check that trailer out. The other one was Van Gogh, right?
Yeah, it's not called Van Gogh, is it? What's it called?
Yeah, it's just called Van Gogh.
Eternity's Gate.
Eternity's Gate.
At Eternity's Gate. So you got Willem Dafoe plays Van Gogh. We haven't had a Van Gogh film. Wasn't there Finding Vincent, an animated film recently?
Yeah.
But I haven't. Is there another?
I was so crazy, but I felt like I was relating to him.
Did you?
Yeah, because I always think that, like, he's going, I see the world differently, and I was like, I always think that about myself. No, it sounds stupid. I'm like Van Gogh.
Yeah.
No,
pretty much. Yeah. Peas in the same pod, mate.
Yeah.
So you're a genius.
No, I'm not saying I'm a genius.
Did you do art at school?
Yeah, I did.
We did a lot of Van Gogh. Like all great artists, he's fucking nuts, and you can see it in this trailer, right?
Yeah. That's great casting, right?
Yeah.
He's got that empathy, madness.
Yeah.
That sort of focused insanity. Defoe, that's him all over. It looked beautiful,
eyes,
didn't it?
Yeah.
It looked like his paintings. Yeah, the colours were great. You could see individual paintings like his self-portrait.
But what I like is that he sees something a certain way, and he's painting that because he says he can't do nothing else.
Yeah, everyone hated his stuff.
And everyone's complaining, going against him, and you see him in a straight jacket and stuff.
Yeah.
Just because he's painting what he sees,
So many people are celebrated after their time.
Yeah. And
there's a line in it, isn't there, which like, well, maybe people of the future will like it, my stuff.
Yeah.
And he was right.
Mads Mikkelsen in it as well.
He's great.
Wicked.
Yeah. I think he played looks like he's in Priest.
Yeah, it looks like it, yeah.
Yeah. There's another great line. I think it's going to be full of great lines and performances. I think it was something like, oh, God gave you this gift of art to keep you miserable or something like that. Which is horrible, isn't it? But it kind of makes sense. Sums him up. And he's got his about him cutting off his ear, which is what most people know Van Gogh for.
Yeah. As soon as you say that, they go, "Is that the artist with one ear?"
Olly's half Dutch. Is it? They say Van Gogh in America. I'm saying Van Gogh. What would a Dutch person say?
Well, it came out. I remember a couple of years ago. I don't know where I heard it. The correct pronunciation was Van Gogh.
Right, that sounds more Dutch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to say it in 5 minutes.
But I have a little.
I can't do it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a little snort.
Yeah, exactly.
A little bit Welsh. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what? You gonna go see this, guys?
I would see it.
Yeah, I think just how beautiful it looks. To see that on the big screen will be pretty stunning, I think.
I'm looking forward
Willem Dafoe just got one of those faces you can just look at, and it's just, you know, it's kind of mesmerising. Just so much stuff in this face, you know. So I think there's going to be a lot of him, just a lot of focus on him. So I think that's it'd be brilliant. Just watching
the screenshot for the trailer is just his face.
Yeah,
and you could watch his face.
Yeah,
his acting just doing nothing for 20 minutes. I could. All right, so I'll be seeing that.
Definitely.
Check them out.
Right, what you been up to, Ollie, this week?
So this week I've been watching. I started watching a series on Netflix, Dark Tourist.
Oh,
you seen this?
Yeah, I saw the trailer of this. Yeah,
it's probably kind of up your street, I think, actually.
Yeah.
So it's by journalist David Farrier, Kiwi guy.
He looks a bit like that other.
Louis,
Louis.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, it's
that's what it reminded me of.
I think it's almost been peddled a little bit like that.
Okay.
It's kind of like a Louis Theroux light, I think, really. I don't know much of his previous work, so it's a bit unfair for me to comment like that.
Louis Theroux tends to go to America because it's nuts, and he's a British man abroad. Is this Kiwi, is it just in America?
No, all over the world.
Okay.
So I've watched the first couple. The first one focused on... So, sorry to explain it. Basically, he's going around, like I said, Dark Tourist, focusing on dark tourism, as it were. So sort of the macabre kind of elements of tourism that people go and
celebrate.
Different
alternative holidays.
Yes, that's a good way.
Is it like holidays that people actually travel?
Yeah. That's a good way of putting it. So, for example, first episode he visits Latin America. It starts off in Colombia doing the what's the I've just totally gone out Escobar. The Escobar tour, touring all those kind of areas where he sort of grew up, etc. And meets up with Escobar's right hand man, his main hitman, who's served 22 years in prison. He's now out. He's now got his own YouTube video.
Is insane.
And he's giving almost like tours and stuff, and
fucking hell.
Talking really openly about what he did, what he's done, and David, the journalist, is kind of like, you're a really likable guy, but you've done horrible stuff. I don't like you. I don't want to like you, but I kind of do. And this guy is saying, I've repented, etc., etc. But he's now a star in his own mini action films that he's making and stuff like that. And everyone loves him.
Should that be allowed? Really, you know what I mean? Why?
I mean,
it's nuts.
He doesn't. There's stories there throughout the series so far, but you sort of touching it lightly. There's almost not enough time to go really deep into. It's kind of like a light version of the story of the stories there. They don't go really in depth.
So we compared it to Louis Theroux, right? He would remind us about the crimes. of Escobar and his compadres.
Yeah, they do that. They touch on that, and they try and give you a little bit of conflict of emotions, and that does come across. But it's kind of fascinating. So, and then it then jumps to Mexico and the celebration of Day of the Dead.
Yeah, I like that.
And where like this lady, I can't remember her name, Keta or something. She put her shrine out in like the early 90s. Now everyone flocks there to worship in her shop window. So a little bit of character about her and the history of that.
All the history of that I know is from the film Coco.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, how long are each episode?
About 40 minutes, 45 minutes, I think. Yeah, so it's pretty good. And the first episode covers Mexico as well as Colombia. And they go, he witnesses some exorcisms, which kind of ties into what we're watching today a little bit, which is quite freaky. And then also he goes on one of the tours of being an illegal immigrant trying to cross into America. There's actually tours run like that. Okay. It's run by an ex people trafficker.
Right.
And he now runs.
Weird.
Yeah, he now runs it. Was it $500 it costs to do this? It's a 6-hour experience.
You need to explain. These are tourists who are
paid money
to
to go for the experience of feeling like an illegal immigrant travelling from Mexico to America.
Wow.
He used to be he served time, I'm presuming. I can't remember what he said. He says he's doing it. He's running these tours to promote awareness and to convince people not to do it.
No, you mean
as if someone's going to fucking pay $500 to get experience to suss out whether they want to cross the border or not. But yeah, anyway, so that's like a 6-hour experience, and they go full pelt on it.
Hang on, did they give up their passports?
They get. I don't want to spoil it, but they get mugged by bandits and narcos along the way. Caught by police. Yeah, it goes pretty full on. That was the first episode. That's pretty good. And then second episode, he covers Japan. It's fascinating.
Right, I bet there's some crazy shit in Japan.
Yeah, I mean, it starts off by joining in with these guys going through an emergency earthquake drill. Who've like paid experience, and they go rushing off, hiding under tables and stuff like that. It's kind of weird. And then he goes to Fukushima. You know, where the recent. I think it's about 5 years ago, 2012. I'm not sure if I got the dates right.
Yeah, nuclear reactor
earthquake,
got cracked.
Tsunami took out the nuclear power plant, wiped out a vast area.
Yeah.
So there's a tourism demand to go and visit post nuclear fallout sites and stuff.
Weird.
Yeah,
people do go to Chernobyl, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. One of the ladies that was on his tour on the bus had already been to Chernobyl, and now she's here.
Jesus.
And the guide is from the area, and he said the safe levels we should be looking, because they've all got Geiger counters, all the people on this tour. Safe level would be about 0.2. If we went above that, then we'd be a bit worried. Yeah. And I won't spoil it, but safe to say it goes at least 20-30 times more above that at certain points in the tour.
Yeah, but we had a nice time, didn't we, Valerie? Yeah, it was great. Let's come back next year.
They move on to sort of the forest below Mount Fuji, which is the site that has most suicides and stuff.
We've had this on YouTube, haven't we, recently?
Yeah, which is quite eerie. And I can't remember what the last bit was in Japan. It was I think Nagasaki, so where the atomic bomb.
Oh, World War II, yeah.
Yeah.
So which one are you going to be taking the wife to?
Yeah. So first episode, when it started off with the old narco stuff, I was like, ugh, there's so much of that around at the moment. But then, as I got more into it draws you in. He's pretty affable, the main guy. He's pretty easygoing. He engages well with people. I think you'd like to get a little bit more, but then that might take away from what the program is a bit, because it kind of moves on. That's the good thing about it. Like, you see this bit of next bit. So keeps you in. The next one's on, I think, is America, New Orleans, and vampires.
So the whole series, where can we get the whole series?
Netflix.
Okay, and how many episodes are there?
I think there's one series. I'm not sure how many episodes. It's one season up so
far. Are they all out, or do you have to wait a week?
No, they're all out.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, so you can crack on.
I can't imagine a couple going on holiday to sneak across the Mexico border.
I don't think there are many couples, to be honest.
Okay.
Mate. Yeah. So
do they go back? Do they think, I'll do this again next year?
But I'm sure I saw in the trailer that they're talking about people who about murderers and stuff, who obsessed with murderers and stuff.
There will be, yeah. So there'll be those kind of talk, people do like Jack the Ripper tours and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think he's doing New Orleans, where people are, or they call themselves
drinking
vampires,
blood, yeah,
which is ties into Preacher, doesn't it?
Yeah. Also, you got a lot of voodoo down there.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not that far off it. I mean, I'd go to see Alcatraz. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I watch the program.
Prison, isn't it now?
Yeah, I'm just saying, people like serial killers. People like mass murderers.
Just ask Clint Eastwood's got out of there. He knows how to get out of Alcatraz.
Oh yeah, of course. Shall I do you now, mate? You ready?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to give that a watch. Dark Tourist, yeah.
Dark Tourist,
Dark Tourist
Netflix. What you been up to, Mark?
Right, this week I've been quite busy. I've been watching a lot of programs, trying to catch up on stuff that I've been missing. So I've been watching Preacher season 2. It kind of ties in a little bit. I'm not going to be talking about that. I just wanted to mention about the religious part of Preacher.
Well, you talking series 2, yeah?
Yeah. It's because obviously we've been watching The Nun. I've just been thinking of Preacher while we were talking about New Orleans.
Yeah.
Religious people would be proper pissed with Preacher, wouldn't they? Out of it.
He was on Stephen Colbert's show, Seth Rogen, talking about it. They've got in trouble, yeah. For so much of it, yeah.
Because obviously you got that bit where Jesus... Sorry, it's a spoiler.
Oh, Christ, yeah.
Jesus fucking... Is it...
his ancestor.
Humperdoo.
Yeah. But he's been so inbred to keep his bloodline going.
An inbred Jesus, basically.
It's like 25th generation or something, isn't it?
What they would have got in trouble with, there was a scene set 2,000 years ago, wasn't there?
Yeah.
About Jesus.
Oh,
yeah, do you remember? That's what they'd get in trouble for, I think.
Because he's like proper doing all these different positions, and he's like,
I
don't normally do this. It's like, just crying after. Like,
and then he barefaced lies to his disciples, didn't
he?
Yeah.
And one of them was like looking around, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sick." Fucking hell, it's just crack me up. Anyway,
I don't think Seth Rogen gives a shit really.
No.
It just gets more promotion for his series, doesn't it?
It makes me want to read the comic book. Definitely. All right, Adam, what have you been up to? What you been up to this week?
Amazon Prime Video. They do a great set of programs, sports related, all or nothing. They've done the most famous one recently is the Man City documentary, which I haven't watched yet, but that got good reviews. But yeah, the one I'm watching now is about the All Blacks, which I didn't know this. They're the most winningest team, like 70%. I mean, they just win all the time. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And rugby was something I always was going to get into at school, but then basketball just took over my life, and I didn't do nothing else. My sister played rugby for a team. It's something that I've always thought I'd, because I got big when I was younger. I thought I'd be able to do this well good. Yeah. And watching a documentary is a lot easier than watching rugby, because if you don't know a lot about the sport you're watching, it's hard to watch. I still struggle watching rugby, even if it's Lions playing.
Yeah.
Because
so I don't understand rugby, if I'm honest.
Exactly. I always watch it. Like me, I'd have to sit with my sister and she'd explain it to me.
Yeah.
But watching the documentary, they're really well done. Amazon have done a load of these about. I think Man City was they're one of their best seasons, 16, 17, I can't remember. This is about. They face the Lions once every 12 years, which I didn't know that. Do you know that, Al?
I thought it was more often than that.
Apparently every 12 years they have one. The other good thing is I don't know the results of rugby.
Yeah.
So I'm going into this documentary and I'm not knowing who's going to win. It's basically a third of their team just left, retired. So that pretty much almost all new players, and people don't know if they're going to be as good. And the first episode is about they play Samoa, win something like 70-0. And then they face the Lions in a test. So what's that? Over three matches.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm excited to see more of it. They do.
Are they the ones who do the dance? Before?
Yeah.
The hack. There's a little bit about the haka.
It's
Yeah.
the national rugby team of New Zealand, isn't it? The All Blacks.
Yeah. This is their national sport, isn't it?
Yeah. It is. Yeah. They're absolutely
live and breathe it.
Rugby. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you.
Sorry, no, just filling in people in case they didn't know who the All Blacks were. That's all.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. It's filmed really well, and it goes proper deep. Like you get interviews with their driver, who's been driving them around the last 15 years, and who knows them all really well.
My God.
I saw the dog. Is it licking its ass?
Yeah, and it's just like, I'm enjoying that.
What she'll do? She'll lick her ass and she'll rub it against your thigh. That's what pugs do. Yeah, but it sounds boring for people that are into sports, but I think you could really pick them up. I don't know nothing about American football, but there's a great one on the Dallas Cowboys. They've got ones about the Cardinals. They do a lot of NBA stuff, and they're all on Amazon Prime, and they're all called All or Nothing. And obviously they've got the Premier League one.
Yeah, I don't think you have to be. I mean, obviously I'm keen on sports, but I don't think you have to be dead keen on sports to appreciate these. To get because you get a lot of insight as to the characters and the motivations and the insight into what goes on behind the scenes. But if you love sports, you'll really love these.
Yeah. See, I love sport, but I never play. Ollie plays sport. Ollie plays football team.
Yeah.
The motivation thing. I realised when I was younger that I didn't really care enough to be any good at sport.
Yeah.
Like I get to a certain point and I wouldn't push it anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, go on, mate.
No, I always wanted to play football when I was younger.
Yeah. Did you have the motivation?
No, I played football like a water boy. You know.
Okay.
I should have been on the pitch, but somehow I managed to get on there. But I never had the motivation to play or carry on or try. I enjoyed it when I did. I think I've done a sports football match with you once, Ollie.
At work?
And I just stood in the middle, kind of like just swinging my leg at people just because I couldn't run.
But that's what I mean. The motivation, that's what I'm most interested in, and how these people keep going. Because the injuries in rugby are insane. I'm going to watch Match of the Day on Saturday, and I'll just be like, these people are a bunch of fucking pussies. No offence, sorry.
That's fine. I agree. But it's also just great to have an insight into elite mentality. I mean, we're talking about people who are top percent in their country at what they're doing, in this really tough, athletic, demanding environment, and that takes a special kind of person mentally and physically to do that, and to get insight into that is fascinating. I think
because we talk about film actresses, Hollywood, show business is a tough, cutthroat business. Music, this is tougher, right?
Oh yeah.
You've got people, train for years to be in a World Cup, and then they get cut in the last minute. There's a lot of that in this film. Injuries where people have to go home and they've worked their whole lives, and they've had a couple of concussions and they're out of the tournament and things like. And even things like the bus driver saying, yes, you've got the new newcomers to the team, and they have to sit at the front. It's weird things like this, and they generally, as they get more caps, whatever you'd say,
more senior,
they move further down the bus.
Yeah.
But apart from the captain, he can't, because he's a captain. He can never go at the back of the bus. There's little things like that. But I really recommend it. I've got 3 more episodes, I think, of this.
On that, sorry, you
go on. No, you carry on.
Yeah, say it's on a. Don't know if you've seen it on Netflix. The Last Chance You.
No.
Have you seen that? It's that's really cool. It's sorry to jump in on your.
No, mate. I didn't have anything to say.
Yeah. So it's centered around. It's 2 series. First series is centered around this college football. College football, basically.
Yeah.
And it's a really struggling team out in the sticks. What they've done is they've taken players that have been kicked out of better colleges, as it were. Okay.
Wow, yeah.
Really good players, but they've messed up for whatever reason. Taking drugs, not studying, or whatever.
Isn't it? It's massive, isn't it? College football.
It's
they have
huge.
to get decent grades in other subjects as well.
Yeah. They've got to pass. Yeah.
So they're dropouts.
Yeah. And basically they get them all together, and they just basically win.
This is a document. This is real.
Yeah. It's real. So you learn more about the kids and the coach, and you see pretty much it's a game pretty much every episode as well. And it's just you really sort of take to the kids, and you want to see them succeed and find out about about them.
What I like about these, you talk about college football, is what you said about playing football. They have to get good grades. All right, I like that they've given them a incentive in a sense. You have to do work this if you want to do this. I worked at a secondary school once, and I said to a kid once, "Stop fucking around." I didn't say it like that, but I said, "Stop fucking around." "Oh, it doesn't matter, sir. I'm going to become a footballer." He thinks because he didn't have to do his classwork or try to study or do anything because he believes he's good enough to be a footballer.
Yeah, get injured.
Not going to happen, mate.
Do you know what I mean?
It's not going to happen. If you would have been on the route.
How lucky do you have to be? Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
from
ridiculous.
What 3-4 years old.
I mean, clubs nowadays they'll sign 500 players, youngsters, with a chance, so no one else gets them. But then probably one of those might make it through to the youth teams. It's
crazy.
It's ridiculous. And this coach and the guidance counsellor, they really sort of put themselves out and really try and put support in for these kids. And it's just really really good to watch. Last Chance You. Yeah.
I'll give that a watch.
One in there.
Yeah. No, watch that. Watch All or Nothing, because as I say, you don't have to be into sport to enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's what you've been up to.
Cool.
Go on, mate. So that's it for this week. What we see next week?
I didn't want to get my phone out while you're talking because I didn't want to look rude.
You did it for the review.
I know, but I was trying to fucking get bits up.
Okay, go on.
We're all talking at that point, but when you're talking yourself, I don't want to look like a twat.
No, I don't.
Let me just check.
I'm trying to think what's coming out. I hope it's something good. Because as I say, none of us really were cheering about it. Do you know what I mean?
I just got an aversion to horrors. I think when I remember going to I was chatting to some friends this evening. Went out for a meal before I came over here, and I told them I was coming here to watch the film, and I didn't like horrors. And I remembered why, and I think it's because we used to go and visit my cousin, and he's about 7 or 8 years older than me. So, and I'd have been 5, 6 at the time. So he's sort of he's teenage, early teens.
Yeah.
I used to go around and where the parent, adults were doing stuff, he had his round and watching films, and basically you've seen Salem's Lot?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. That vampire film. And that, so you didn't sit me down like Clockwork Orange and pin my eyes open, but I was thinking, I want to be one cool older cousin, I'll watch it with you, and fuck me, that screwed me up.
Shit, mate, Freddie.
For years.
Nightmare on Elm Street fucked me up, yeah.
Mine was Creepshow.
Yeah, mate, that's scary looking, you know what I mean?
I remember always saying to my mum, can I watch this film? Because it looks kind of cartoony on the cover.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, it's another film. No, please. And she let me put it on. Fucking.
But like you say, if you got older cousins and stuff.
And what he used to do, because vampire film, from then on, every time we went around there, we'd go like and play in his room, or whatever, and he would sort of do whatever, and he'd pretend to knock himself out, and then like be on the floor, and I'd be like, I'm going to name shame him, Stuart Mitford, okay, bastard, and I'd go, Stuart, you're right. He wouldn't wake up, then suddenly he'd wake up and go, I pretend to be a vampire, and I would just go into
this is the same Ollie that cried at the end of Little Mermaid, right?
Well, yeah, I think we're establishing a pattern there.
I laughed at that last week.
It absolutely was. Yeah. Anyway.
Next week's film is going to be The Predator.
Oh, it is next week. Jesus.
Okay, so...
okay, none of us want to see this, but we should just see it.
Therefore, I think it's going to be good.
Yeah.
You've got a low opinion. It can only deliver.
We had a trailer for that today, didn't we?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of excitement for this film, The Predator, just not from us.
I don't know. Yeah, I know we're saying we're slating it, but every time I see it, I'm like, I want to see this.
Mate, you don't just not want to see it because we don't want to see it.
No, it's not that. I want to see it because...
Mate, be your own man.
I think because you see it so much being played everywhere. It's on buses and everywhere like this. I just keep thinking of The Predator, but I did say...
sucked in by the marketing.
Yeah, I'm going to watch the original before I can see this. Because then I can really compare
Mate,
it.
well, that marketing's working on you. Because every time I see a bus of it on, I'm like, oh, fuck off.
I'm like, oh, look. It's the heat-censored kind of vision. So I see that.
Yeah, well, let's hope Shane Black doesn't let us down.
Yeah, he doesn't go back to his fucking house.
Okay. Yeah, how can people get in contact?
Right, obviously you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook at Tuesday Brewcast. Just drop us a message or even just say hello. Also, you can download us on Google Play Music, Google Podcasts, iTunes and Spotify. Don't forget you can check our website at tuesdaybrew.com where you can download and stream. I am at Loki Amos.
And Mr. Tyler Solze.
At Ollie Whitefoot.
Thank you very much.
Mate, you got that down. There was no mistakes in that at all. Were you reading from something?
No, just watching it.
Impressed. Okay, well, yeah, we'll see you next week for The Predator.
Cheers.
Bye.